All right, everybody, the time has come. Please put your virtual hands together for our Cuphead Hater Present race between the two legendary speedrunners, Jason2890 and TheMexicanRunner. Jason and TMR, take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Cool. I think we can start, and then I can introduce myself during the tutorial. How about I count down, and you guys can, and we can just start now.
Sounds
Yep.
good. Good luck to you.
Awesome. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck, Jason.
3, 2, 1, go.
Damn.
So I'm Sublime. I will be your commentator, and as a speedrunner for this game and the world record holder for this category, I'm hoping to give some insight on the strategies and methods that Jason and TMR will be using for this run. This is the Hater Percent race, and for those of you who don't know what Hater Percent is, it's a custom category that TMR made years ago when a small vocal minority of YouTube and Twitch chatters were never satisfied with the way that he played the game. So he decided to create a category where you have to get every perfect grade in the game. So all S ranks for the bosses, all P ranks for the running guns, using only the starting weapon without any charms or supers. So this means that if a runner gets hit on a boss, they have to retry the fight until they get an S rank. So it's extraordinarily unforgiving. And the only reason why this is possible is because Jason and TMR mastered the game years ago and are uniquely capable of pulling off these insane dodges that are required for this run. So it's going to be really cool to see like two masters racing in such a hard category. So to get full completion for this game, you have to get every coin. And the tutorial actually has a coin at the very end. So they went into the tutorial because it's actually required for full game completion. And now they are grabbing all the coins in the first running gun here. But they have to do it without killing an enemy, because that's the way of getting the highest grade in running guns. The highest grade for these platforming levels is pacifist. It's just when at the score screen here, it's just going to appear as a P, and that means that they didn't kill anything, and that's the highest grade. So it can be very tough to pull all that off at once sometimes.
The silence. Yeah, the pressure is on. Yeah, so what Sublime said, basically, there were so many hate comments on YouTube, and that really decided me to... I forgot, of course I knew. I shouldn't have. Oh, yeah. So I just decided, what at the time I thought it was like the hardest possible way to beat this game. That they will be happy, right?
You'd think.
Yeah. Little I know back then.
Yeah, it worked a little bit, but it spawned a new breed of haters, and they just evolved.
The thing I love about this category is that it started out as kind of like just a challenge run, right? DMI, like, how long was your first run of this category? Probably
Yeah,
like
my first run was like... It was 8 hours, but I spent 4 hours on King Dice, and that was a lot.
Just half the time on one level.
So it's evolved to that point where it's like originally just a challenge run. Now it's like an optimized speed run. You know?
Yeah, now it's one of the hardest records to get in the entire game, and I think that a lot of people really enjoy watching it. And it's I don't know, it's definitely evolved into something really cool.
Yeah, and pretty much the brutality is that if at any point you get hit, you have to restart the fight, and that just makes it very hard, very hard.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
Let me
Yeah,
know.
we
Go ahead.
We tried a few times to make this run to happen at GDQ, but it just didn't get accepted, and it's
understand. I mean, considering how brutal this category is, I can see it not being that marathon friendly, but we're gonna show them that it can be marathon friendly. You know?
Exactly.
It has been in a GDQ before, right? Like in race format?
No, it has never
no.
been.
Oh. I must have been thinking of a different marathon.
This match will get
One
red
time I
hot.
did all SMPs on a marathon.
I
that
see.
was
Yeah,
that was it. And that was the closest to. It was difficult, that one too. In a live marathon, like you get nervous, but this one is definitely in a whole another level.
This boss is super tough on expert. Like in this first phase, they shoot punches and flies at the same time, and it can honestly, like every now and then, it can just be so hard to dodge.
Yeah, what I really like about this category at the beginning is that it really showed like the bosses, because we were just using before in the speedruns the weapon swap glitch, and the bosses die really fast. You couldn't even see like the attacks on the faces, and with this category you can, and that's pretty nice.
Yeah, exactly. And even on the current patch, for the main speedruns in this game, there's a common element of damage boosting with your own HP, and basically instead of dodging, because dodging is slow, just using your HP to tank through like difficult parts of fights, especially with Miss Chalice now that there's 4 HP. But this category is the exact opposite, where you have to dodge. You really don't have a choice, and I think that's part of the reason why it became so popular, because it's more in alignment with how the game was originally played for people in their first playthrough. Because in your first playthrough, you're just trying not to die. You're trying to dodge as well as you can, and so it can be easier to understand like what's happening.
Yeah,
So
exactly, easy to follow, no?
yeah.
Yeah, overall, I have to say that I'm quite happy with the creation of this category. Probably one of the biggest, I don't know, things that I have done for this game. Probably just give the opportunity for experienced players to have such a nice category that is very, very masterful to play. Because like, kind of doing 100%, like if you successfully do it, like it means you have mastered this game. For sure.
Become kind of like a rite of passage for the top runners to like at least do one 100% run just to prove that you can do it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now it's gotten so low. Like someone got a 57. I don't know who that was, but they must. I don't know.
Yeah,
They.
they must have no way.
Yeah, exactly.
Person we're talking about is Sublime.
Yeah, exactly, Sublime. Now that you're here, like, what? Why did you wanted to push it that low, man? People usually just beat a
Dude.
world
we wanted to have
record,
a
they're
little bit more fun with
happy.
this category.
Like, you wanted to scare everyone of playing 100% ever again, or what was in your mind?
So it was half because people like to watch it, and I really appreciated that people like to watch. And it was half like there were masochistic reasons for it, like just as a speedrunner. But I really appreciated the support from it. Like I think that it's a really popular category, and people like to watch the dodging. And so it was mainly just I kept going because I appreciated everyone. But it was very, very hard to get a 57 in this.
Brawl is surely brewing.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you kept up with the TMR, but when I was grinding for the 57, I got a 5807 through a 5802, like every single time before 57. So like just a bunch of runs that were 1 second apart.
Wow, that's crazy.
Let me know when you got time for a donation or two.
I think we have time now.
Perfect. We have $35 from Bloopa, who says, I'm a bit late to the party, but as a regular member of the Haven Cutie crew, who sadly couldn't join commentary this time, it is my duty to pay the spicy tax still. So here goes, lesson 3. Thank you so much for your donation, Bloopa.
Nice, solid 1 minute time from TMR.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Oh, you know, like somehow for me, when I don't play the game, I tend to play safer, which is really good for this category. I have to say.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, because as a speedrunner, the more you play, the faster you try to play. And I'm gonna shut off here because I have to.
Little
For
Bird's
real.
definitely one of those fights that like we're
You
so
can't
used to
talk.
damage boosting twice playing it normally that it's gotten kind of easier to dodge things
Here's
because
a
you usually
real
play that fight
high
with like 1 HP anyway.
Yeah, and on expert it can be so hard to multitask in this. So on expert, there's these constant green blimps coming, and they shoot the multi-shot projectiles. It is really hard. They can control a lot of space. So a common strat here is just to try and kill them when they come on screen. It's a bit slower, but since you can't get hit, it's very valuable to just make sure you're safe. Nice.
Very
Jason
nice.
getting to the last phase. TMR taking a hit, but not the worst hit. I was pretty early on. Yes, he's got the nuke ready for the archer again. Nice, Jason clutches it out.
Very nice.
Beautiful, man.
Had like at least 3 really close dodges.
I was watching.
Definitely got either way.
I saw the
You
archer.
see when I squeezed in between the stars?
Yeah.
Like the final
Mm-hmm. TMR with the insane UFO clips. This platforming level is one of the most technical levels in the whole run. There are so many jump cancels and dash cancels you have to do here. And there's like a very unique vertical section that really isn't in any other part of the game. And it can be very hard to optimize. Nice. Jason getting through the tree like with pacifist strats. That is super tough.
Luckily, the thing about the run and guns, since we're going for highest grades here, you can actually take damage on the run and guns, and you need to on at least one of the later run and guns. But taking damage doesn't matter if you're getting the highest grade on a run and gun. You just have to complete them all pacifist, which means you don't shoot at all.
Right.
So you'll see we do take some intentional damage boosts on at least the run and gun levels.
And Jason is moving on to a very, very tough boss for Isla 1. On experts, Cagney shoots seeds until you do enough damage to stop him. And that can be extremely hard to deal with, because it's a very random bullet hell. Nice.
I got jump blocked there for a second.
I saw.
That's a disaster.
Nice. So Jason clearing the boss and TMR getting out of the really hard beginning.
Pretty much
Oh,
take a big
very
sigh of
tough.
relief after like every single boss fight in this game.
Yeah.
In this category.
You just have to breathe on every boss.
Nice.
and release after you beat the boss, right?
Oh yeah. Nice. So on to aisle 2. They're gonna start out with Baroness. It's not the fastest overworld route, right? But it's gonna get them a faster way into Funfair. Funfair Fever is a very, very tough level, and you'll see why in a little bit here. There's some special rules for this category for that running gun, and this is the fastest way over there. So, gonna go for Baroness, which is the candy lady. It can be a very, very tough fight. Sometimes you don't get enough parries, and you have to like juggle with the peppermints at the end. And this is a boss where like random enemies will come at you. So every now and then you can get a really, really tough pattern where like you get, for example, the gumball, and like she shoots cotton candy at you. It can be tough to deal with. So it's good to get over with first.
We got some dancing notes coming out in the chat for this wonderful soundtrack.
Nice try.
Thought I got that parry off.
Jason taking a pretty late hit there for Baroness, so TMR has a chance here to gain the lead.
Oh, so nice.
I got a really weird thing. I jumped. Well, I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I did a dash to the waffle, and somehow when he shoots the waffle, his center kill box, it doesn't hurt you. And it was totally unintentional, but it didn't hit me.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Instead of dashing to the...
Oh my god, Jason.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
finish off final phase.
You got this.
Just watching your face in the playback.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I wanted you to get that so bad. Okay, good. Okay, TMR is onto Funfair Fever. This is a very hard level because on every other running gun in this game, you can do the level pacifist without charms. But with this level, you can't do how do I explain this?
Like natural way to beat the level.
There's no natural way to beat the level, yeah.
So you'll see we have to do some like pretty unconventional strats to get through this with the pacifist rating without charms.
For all the other platforming levels, there's a way to like dodge through, or like you can with good maneuvering you can get through, but for some reason they didn't really design a way for you to get through without taking damage here. Going for the
no.
insane
I
pause
went for the,
buffer
yeah, I went for the pause buffer.
for the fans.
Did not get that.
So what's the pause buffer?
So
It's
there's
like, yeah, you could explain.
so there since this level doesn't since you have to take damage to get through this level, you have to do everything you can to like get through the sections that, oh my gosh, nice. So that the cannon section has a pattern of cannonballs. Some of them you can parry and some of them you can't. But you have to parry the one on top to get over the cannons. So they're trying to get over the entire thing. And every now and then you can't tell if it's going to be a parry or not. So he actually paused there to try and like react to whether it was a parry. It can be so hard.
Wow.
Got the good time though. The second time through.
Yeah, nice. The TMR's on to Wally, which I think when people talk about which S rank was the hardest for them, I think the most common answer is definitely Wally. I've never I'd say Wally has twice as many people who have it just completely destroy their soul when they're getting S ranks. It can be super tough. So it can be really satisfying to see someone just destroy this boss.
Red hot. And begin.
Oh my goodness.
Was that a reaction to me?
Yes. Nice, TMR.
Yeah, actually, Jason, a few of the top runners, they have really crazy freaking airplane levels. I don't know how the hell they control that great freaking Cuphead. To me, it feels like I'm just sliding on ice. To them, it just looks like they're controlling Cuphead, which is it's pretty nice to see them play because it just looks insane. And that's coming from me that I speedrun the game. It's just insane. Like they're in a whole another level, I would say. And Jason is one of those.
I should have the cards for a nuke here. Oh, just going for it.
No, I'm going for it. I gotta save time. Let me see this round.
We'll see in 2 seconds here. Okay, good. Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
So next is a very tough boss because basically, as you practice this game and you learn more attacks and more boss patterns and you learn what bosses do, it becomes easier and easier to dodge the attacks in this game as you master it. However, pitfalls pretty much always remain the same difficulty. As you get better at this game, a higher proportion of your hits are from pitfalls. So the dragon is a very hard boss for this run because there's no floor. And same with the bee. And you'll see experienced runners take a lot of hits to falling because falling is much faster than the attacks in this game. And these runners, they know when attacks are coming, but they don't always know when they're gonna fall. So this is one of the hardest levels for sure. Nice. TMR finishing up the dragon and going over to the mausoleum. The mausoleums count towards your file completion, so they have to complete all of the mausoleums. So this is going to be the fastest way to get it done.
Yeah, I never really learned the routes or anything. I was just following what the players do because you can make the research. Or sometimes you just cannot, but I actually like a lot this route, but I just straight away copy from Sublime because it kind of takes really hard bosses out of the way first, which is like the dragon and Wally. They used to be really, they're really hard, especially on S rank.
Yeah, and this also gets you to funfair, like in case you get like a really bad cannon pattern or something. So it's I don't know exactly how much slower it is. I'm assuming it's not the fastest possible way, but just for consistency's sake, it's really nice.
Yeah, that's the same reason why, like, usually when I do runs, I start with Cagney on aisle 1 first, because that one gives me the most trouble of all the bosses. And it's like the routing doing it that way. I didn't do it that way today, but the routing doing it that way probably loses you like 10 seconds. But if a run's gonna die, I'd rather it die in like the first 2 minutes than to wait till like 10, 15 minutes into the run and reset, you know?
Yeah.
And whenever so much of this comes down to like, there's like so much RNG in this category, it's so long as well that like those 10 seconds that I spend on like suboptimal routing ends up making very little difference in my final times.
Yeah, it would really only that would only really matter if you were going for like the world record for this, pretty much.
Oh yeah, it changes completely when Sublime took it to that point to make it matter.
It got ridiculous when it got to the point where like I was completing runs without any hits, and I was still missing PB. Like there were no retries, and like it was just I was like, okay, you know, I guess this category isn't like that anymore.
I kind of liked it. It was like, okay, TMR has the record. He had 7 resets. Maybe I could have like a run with like 5 resets.
Now it's like, okay, there's like no resets, just like a 5-second reset, and everything else is like very close to gold.
Yeah, no pressure.
Here's a real high-class bout. Now go!
Nice, TMR doing the really cool like hat manipulation on the side of the screen there. Oh, that was unfortunate. Wow.
Giving Jason a chance to catch up.
Yeah, TMR taking a hit right when he summoned the nuke. That was very unfortunate time.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Alright, luckily he gets a bunch of parries in phase 1, so hopefully it should be a bit smoother.
Man, that was...
That was evil.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like if I was gonna build it up or not.
I would have ran away.
Yeah, I was just looking at the cards rather than...
Oh, I do that. I'm like, you know what? This is my life now. I'm just gonna hope I get the cards.
Yeah, I mean... Really for a speedrun that was good, for a race not smart, oh.
Jason gonna have to dodge here. Nice.
Nice.
GG. Oh. Very strong movement there from TMR. Nice, now he has the nuke.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin!
Nice.
Good job. We got time for another quick donation?
Absolutely.
We have $20 from somebody with no comment, but thank you so much for that donation.
Here's a
A
real
reminder to all that we are here
And
supporting Blackheart's Boston Fund, which is a mutual aid fundraiser. It was put together as an impromptu event, and it could not have been possible without the help of all of our wonderful volunteers, our incredible runners, and most importantly, you, the viewers and donors. We appreciate any and all support that you can give to Gabby in her time of need so that we can help someone move to Boston and live safely without worrying about a major financial loss. Make sure to type !donate in the chat, !schedule for our schedule today, and then !incentives if you'd like to put anything towards an incentive.
Both runners on the Beppy now. Beppy is with Pea Shooter. With this setup, it is really hard to do damage to him. And their phase 2 and 3 are very, very awkward here. Like this donkey with the, for example, look at what TMR has to deal with here. My goodness.
Those balloons are all over too.
Yeah, this is an example of a fight where there can be some really, really hard patterns that weren't really checked for fairness, kind of, because the donkey can like line up with the train in a way where it is almost impossible. So it can, but if you learn it, you can make it consistent. But it is straight up evil sometimes. So Jason doing a semi-safe strat there by killing some of the penguins, and TMR just going in, just
It's very
dodging
close
literally
now.
everything.
That's what I love about this category too, is that if you have to save time, you could opt to just go all out.
Yeah.
But if you have a really good run, you need to like dial it back a little bit. There's definitely some like safer straps that you can implement to just give yourself a much better chance to get through hitless.
Y'all are within a few seconds of each other too, so this is incredibly close.
You're up.
Onto one of the trippier levels of the game. For some reason, they made it so that you can reverse gravity in this one, as if it wasn't trippy enough.
As if you didn't have enough on your plate.
Nice, dude. Nice. TMR doing the damage boost as well to get through. And you guys are dead even.
Crazy, man. Good race. That's all we
Yeah,
hope
that's
for,
what we
right?
need, right?
Exactly.
Awful hits from both. But still the race is alive.
That's how this category is. You can expect mistakes from both sides, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
It's still amazing that a half hour in, y'all are this close within like 2 seconds of each other.
Rumor Honeybones, though. It's got to be like the second worst boss in the run.
Good day for
Yeah.
well battle.
This boss outside of for this run, normally you have to do every single King Dice boss in a row without getting hit, which isn't normally required for an S rank. It's just a special rule for this category. So doing that entire gauntlet all in a row is definitely the hardest boss if you count that as one event. If you don't count that, then it's this one. This one is ridiculous. Like there's so many ways to get hit here, and you can fall down into the honey, and there can be no platforms, and you can get a partial parry. You can get like a same frame parry where you take damage. There's just so many things that can go wrong.
Both runners expertly navigating it though. go.
Nice, dude.
Oh, lucky. I tried to do some RNG manipulation there in like the second phase to get an extra attack, and I just missed it. I overdamaged by a little bit, and I had a way longer final phase.
Still a
Final
123
phase
with
on
that.
fight is terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
TMR just
Nice
2
TMR.
seconds behind too.
Yeah, clutching it out.
Good job.
And both players have 28 coins right now, so they never have to go back to aisle 2 for the rest of the run. They're going to be just chilling out in aisle 3 in hell. I'm going to go
Yeah, I
back
don't know
and
if that
forth a
was
tiny
mentioned
bit.
at all earlier, but we have to get all the coins as well and buy all the items, although we don't use any of the items.
Yeah.
You just get a look at them.
Oh yeah, and also buying the items from the shop actually doesn't contribute to your file completion. It's just for fun.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to look at a full inventory of stuff we never use.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I added that is so arbitrary, but it's just because the haters might complain that, oh, you didn't buy the items from the shop, despite that it doesn't count for the percentage, right? But that's pretty much the reason, and that's also why we do it at the end. Well, I mean, not only because you have all the coins, right?
I love it.
Makes sense. To do it at the end, too.
It does. Yeah. It's funnier that way.
Nice, both players finishing within a couple seconds of each other. 127 is very strong. Wow. 123. TMR.
TMR got a 123.
Trying to make up some
goodness.
time.
TMR, did you damage boost through the?
Yeah,
second time?
Oh yeah. He went through the line, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
On to
this
Dr.
one.
Call. Oh, go ahead.
I always forget. Like, it gives you horrible things.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for final phase here, so that's nice.
Yeah, gonna be easier and faster with the parries here. This was the bane of some players' existence, for sure. I think for some players this was the hardest one. But taking an early hit there, there's a very, very quick way to do this. Jason's gonna go for like a really specific EX here. Oh my goodness, that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Space Invader. The TMR just gonna end this phase right away with this move. Go right to the bullet hell. Just ASAP. Wow, the foreground got in the way there. That was really unlucky. Still clutch. Still didn't get hit though.
Chat says, this robot is what made me rage quit this game. I don't blame you.
Dr. Towers. Laugh in the nightmares. Never-ending.
TMR, that was very clutch, dude.
Amazing.
Yeah, just they didn't really want it to get hit.
Chat is also floored at how good y'all are at this, which I agree. This is a great race so far, and it's still so close.
Yeah, the worst for that boss is that you can see that you can go down, but there's like a bottom of the screen that is higher than what actually you see on the screen. So sometimes just by trying to do something down, you get hit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's really...
Yeah, so he can tug the boss can like tug the screen up and down, and that last part it like scrolls up and down, which is a unique aspect of that level. It usually doesn't happen like that. So it can like tug you when you're at the bottom.
Yeah. There's so many creative mechanics with these boss fights. Chat, I would love to see your donations with what the worst boss for you for this, your least favorite boss for this game was. Get those donations in.
We also mentioned that about 80 or 90% of people who has played this game, who bought this game, never finish it.
Wow,
Yeah, most people didn't finish.
that's amazing. All right.
It's for like a modern game, the difficulty for this game is sky high.
All right, I think there's a $1 tax. Chat, if that was you, one of those 80% who did not finish the game, let's see a $1 donation tax. I think I'll need to donate for that.
You two are doing really well right now.
You know, funny thing too with this game too, it's too difficult for a lot of people to finish, as Sublime mentioned, but there's also a simple difficulty, but even the simple difficulty is way too difficult for a lot of people to finish.
Yeah, but that can really get people, because my friend, for example, was really having a hard time with simple, and they were like, oh, I'm gonna keep going at it and complete the game. And they did it. They got to the end and they got to the King Dice house, and then King Dice didn't let him in because on the simple difficulty, you actually can't complete the game. So you have to go up to regular.
But I think that was a pretty nice touch from the
I agree.
developers, because
I agree.
in a way it incentivized them to actually, you know, like, oh right, I know already more or less the game. I beat it on simple. How difficult can be on normal, right?
Yeah, I think adding
difficult
simple was just like was a favorite. I don't even think they had to add it. Like it was cool that they put it in.
It helps too, like, if you go through the game on simple and you're stuck with something, you can at least go further in the game and do the running guns, get more coins, and then go back to wherever you were stuck on regular, you know?
Yeah, exactly, to get the boss
Use
contract.
that to kind of help you out.
So the difference, for those of you who don't know, is just if you kill a boss on simple, you don't get the animation afterwards where you get a boss contract, and King Dice doesn't count them to let you into hell. TMR going for these laser parries. Really cool.
Wow.
A lot of people didn't know that you could parry the beam, but it is significantly faster to do it for this, so nice. Jason going for it too.
Very nice.
Can't let TMR show up like that.
He went for it.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Very good.
All right, on to Perilous Piers. I think this was a lot of people's hardest running gun to complete, especially for pacifist strats. Oh, nice. Got the fast cycle.
You're up.
Some really cool dodging in this level here. Oh, barely missing. All right, now onto this auto-scrolling section. Some pretty cool stuff about this octopus here. So we can't do it for this speedrun because we don't have the HP, but you can actually skip this octopus section if you have enough health. You can just dash across the ocean. It's pretty sweet. Here, though, they have to get through this without killing a single shrimp. If you kill any of these shrimp, it invalidates the pacifist rank, so they have to dodge all of these. The only exception being the pink ones. If you parry a pink enemy, it's not a kill. Nice. Wow, 115 is like really good. Nice.
Very good.
And so now for the mermaid on this version, it's not as bad, but this was one of the bosses that originally it was very hard to get the parries required for the S rank. S ranks have a time limit. For most fights, you need to beat the boss in less than 2 minutes and 10 seconds. It's the same for Cala Maria. On the later versions of the game, including this one, they eventually added in these extra parries. So here's one that was, like, for example, this attack used to not have them. But it can, every now and then, this can be one of the bosses where you have to wait around and see and make sure you get them in time. Okay, so TMR onto the eels with not a lot of cards, so it's gonna be, he's gonna have to do some dodging here. Wow, that was really good. Oh, this is gonna, oh man. I knew that was gonna get the nuke.
Lucky. That was
Yeah.
lucky.
Nice TMR. So Jason using a strat there that actually does work, but not on this version. The eye gaze still gets you when you're super close.
Yeah, I forgot about that for a second when I went up close like that. Like, oh wait, yeah, that doesn't work. But it's that was fun.
Yeah, you can stay really far from away in phase 3, or you can actually go behind her head and stay like really close and wait. So there's a couple ways to do it. It can be really scary to be on the left hand side like that.
Here's a real high-class bout. Now go!
On to Sally. This is one of the tougher bosses to get the parries on. We're gonna have to wait for some smooches in phase 1. The only parries in this level are the phase 1 smooches and the roses. They're like roses that are thrown in the last phase, but they are really, really unfair to get. So it's the main strat is to just wait for the parries here in phase 1. Whoever made Sally phase 2 chose violence, dude. That is so good. There's a very small chance there for the wave to come. It's scary. Nice. So both players completing Sally, and they are very close to the end of the game. There is one more boss in aisle 3. It is the train. And after that, all that's going to be left is buying out the shop, doing the mausoleum, and going to the casino. So we're actually very close here to the end. They've been going very fast. This has been extremely impressive.
Coming for your record.
Oh my goodness, I'm scared. The amount of time you can lose from like a late hit and a boss, you can lose like over a minute. So the fact that they're so close and like have clutched out all these in a row is actually insane.
It's not only that you lose the time, but the concentration too.
Oh yeah, it can be hard to like compose yourself and yeah.
I think that's a really hard aspect to come back from.
What makes this category so weird too? It's like psychological too. You know?
And to maintain your concentration for an hour plus, that's a lot for sure.
Yeah, it can be really hard to keep focusing at the end of this. Like, it's honestly very frustrating because you can be trying really hard the entire time, but then you like blink at the wrong time, or like your eyes are dry or something, and you lose at the end. So it's really hard.
I can imagine. We've got some fighting words in the chat here saying, "Can't believe we're playing as Cuphead and not the true hero of the story." Wow.
Alice?
Yes, I agree.
No, I really wanted to ask Jason, why aren't you playing with Mugman? Mugman! But yeah, in this version you cannot unfortunately pick Mugman. So I feel sorry, but
on the
not
later versions we could, but we chose this version because it's more race friendly, I guess. I guess 1.2 wouldn't be that bad either. There's a lot of like weird like intricacies that make the versions a little bit different from each other. Like there's a glitch on like Wally Warbles with just like a random hitbox in the middle of his stomach on like the later versions of the game that they never fixed. It's just I think this is probably the best version of this game for this category.
Yeah, this is a
All things
very
considered.
popular version in general. 1.1 has a lot of traction still.
All right, shopping time, huh?
Yep, now we're going shopping. We have 40 coins. 40 coins is the amount of coins in the base game, so now we can perfectly buy out the shop.
And then not use any of it.
Exactly. Now he's going to get this menu to be like, look at all this shiny stuff you got, and he's going to exit out as fast as possible and go to the mausoleum.
I always thought it just feels silly just for you to buy the stuff at the very end of this game after beating all these bosses, and then the guy's telling you how to, Pork Rind's telling you how to like use your inventory. It's the first time you bought things.
Yeah.
Something that you normally see in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, you can get that menu without doing a level.
You're up.
Yo, TMR, you want me to read out the cards for you, dude? The memory
Yeah,
matching.
I mean, if you want, yeah. As long as you don't troll me, man.
I'll try not to do it again.
I don't know, Jason, if you know about that strategy.
No,
No, you
Sublime
don't
in
know?
chat helping for the monkey.
Yeah, I think that's that he just screwed me up. It was
It was a dead
unintentional,
run,
but-
okay? It was already.
Yeah. No, I mean, it even happened to me, like last time someone was giving the numbers and I forgot how the numeration was. Even. I was like, damn, it was so long. No, but it's a really smart way that you make it interactive. Instead of having like, how many different patterns you say it is? Like 24?
There's 12.
12,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
So 12 different patterns of the cards that might show up. I was like, well, maybe I just learn 2 and 3 cards when I see them, and then the rest chat can, figure out and tell me from numbers 1 1 to 12, starting from the top left, the rows. Each row has 4.
So
It's
just for
pretty
some
cool.
context, the number 9 on this king dice board is the memory matching. It's like the monkey memory matching, and the cards are shown to you for a split second, and then they turn around, and you don't know where the matches are anymore. And there's a couple ways to do it. You can memorize all of the placements while dodging and like trying to optimize your damage, which is pretty much impossible to do every time. Or you can do what TMR was doing with his chat, which is chat was giving him the answers in real time, and he was looking at his chat a bunch to try and see what the matches are, which is a very fun way of trying to do it.
I like that. I like the interactivity.
Yeah, I like the interactivity. What I ended up doing for the record was I just paused my stream and just looked at the matches because I was no fun. But it's really cool to see people in chat just like giving the matches, and he's just like frantically looking over, just panicking.
Yeah, no, it's actually really cool, and I did gold. I don't remember if in the legacy or somewhere, but I got like a 737 or something like that, which in normal circumstances I will never get a time.
That is really good for Legacy.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was on legacy or in this one, but either way, it was a solid
A
goal.
brawl
Yeah, that's
is
good.
surely brewing. You're up.
So the original, the rules for this category are you have to do this entire gauntlet. So all 9 bosses in a row, hitless. For this race format, it's going to we're just going for the S rank because this could actually take like 20 or 30 minutes if you mess up a couple
Yeah, you
times.
heard TMR mention that in his first hater percent run. This fight alone took 4 hours
Yeah.
just to go by
Wow.
completely hitless rules.
And it's kind of crazy to go ahead.
To be fair, it was uncharted territory, right? Like I never
Right,
practiced or anything, so like it was kind of still
It was
new for
pioneering.
You were
speedrunners.
still figuring it out, even
Yeah.
if it's possible.
Yeah, I didn't have strats or anything, so it was, yeah. But still, it took me long time.
This level is definitely the gatekeeper for this category. The main reason why honestly this category is has gotten a lot of attempts in it, and a lot of people have tried it. But it's hard to get a valid run that you can submit because of this level. There are tons of people who are good enough to get all the S ranks and the P ranks and get to this point, but to do this whole thing in a row hitless, it can just stop people. Like it can just stop your run, and you just have to give up eventually. Like it just depends on how long you want to try.
Of course, it's like
Yeah.
right after you do all that other stuff is the hardest part.
Yeah, the leaderboard is fairly lonely on SRC. Not a huge amount of people on it.
Yeah, there's a funny amount of, it's funny how little amount of runs there are compared to the people who have actually done the category, because a lot of people just they get stuck at the end. And yeah, it's also just because it's like a rite of passage, and it's a category extension, so it's like just a custom category that gained a lot of traction.
The reason also kind of this was done before the patch was updated or something like that. So the only way of getting S rank was doing it hitless. So that's why it stayed like for future versions that way. To do it hitless, so for fair comparison. To be honest, I also didn't know like what patterns, not patterns, what differences mainly were between the versions. I was bad at it.
Yeah.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
Nice. Both
Very
both
good.
players clutching out the bunny. I think the bunny is probably on average the hardest for me personally here. So
Yeah,
that's very
this
nice.
next stretch of like 3 bosses, starting with the bunny, are like the hardest stretch.
Yeah, they're all like in a row.
Yeah.
And especially this horse. It can the strat here is to barely lead on these ghosts so that you can bait them from attack, or you can bait their attacks early on.
Oh,
Oof, TMR taking a.
Who hits, man?
All right, just keep the S rank.
very nice.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's another reason why we're playing on this version of the game, is as long as you don't dip under 3 HP, you'll still get an S rank on this version or later. But on the Legacy version, if you take 1 hit at all, even if you end the fight with like 5 HP, it doesn't matter. It's no S rank anymore. On the
Wow.
first version of the game.
A great slam and then some. Now go.
It's very important for TMR to get that last dashing. Wow, those were some very weird delays from the roulette there. As the fight goes on, she can do longer and longer delays, and like it can just be so hard to figure out what to do.
This match will get.
Alright, the 8-ball is usually seen as the easiest boss out of these 9.
Got lots of love coming in from the chat for our runners. Chat says, watching someone who is truly good at Cuphead is always a beautiful thing.
You know, for the record, I do have open the chat, right? Oh man, alright, monkey.
Okay, here we go. You went for the only one that I memorized for you, dude.
Yes, of course.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
Oh.
Easy dodges, huh?
Yeah. Not even close, dude.
Not even close, some people say. Alright, I'm gonna go with MCA 4 and 10. That's a troll, it's not. Oh my god, man.
Nice.
This race gonna come down to memory.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I had really bad memory, man.
I had a pretty good run. I think I had one mistake.
I went for 410 in chat and that killed me, man. It's like, dude, you already had a number 4. Yeah, I did.
Nice. 732, very strong.
Technically, he got that hit on Caroletta, so not quite a leaderboard valid run, but it's
Oh, good. Both
Actually,
players
I'm
staying
pleased.
above 3 hits here.
TMR right behind him.
732? My
Yeah,
goodness,
732. He really popped off there. I know Jason rolling up to the devil right now. So if I'm not sure exactly what the in-game time is, but a first try here could mean the win.
TMR right behind him though, so it's still such a close race.
Yeah, perhaps a spider or something could even this out right now.
Don't say it. There it is.
There's the spider. It's gonna be a close one. And TMR gets Dragon Head, the better RNG of the two.
So far, and I fucked it up.
Yeah, you could get both, depending on how first phase goes.
If you let it happen. Oh my
Lost track
goodness.
of myself on the
Here's
side.
a real high-class bout. It comes.
TMR taking the lead here.
Still anybody's game with this fight though.
Is Jason get another spider here? All right, let's see if TMR can clutch this out. This next part's very hard.
I don't even know. I think I have the partners.
Oh, the insta charge from the imp. This is down to the wire. This is literally as close as it can get. Just going back and forth on the devil. Now it's Jason's turn to try and clutch this out.
That was something freaking good.
Oh wow, the weird axe.
He's offset.
Yeah, yeah, this is the weirdest positioning I've seen in like a long time. Oh. Jason just going for safe strats here, very smart. Oh, gets the last imp.
TMR going to the next section.
Oh, oh. It's weird. It's so weird.
Never seen this before.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Nice, dude. GG. My goodness. Yeah, let's see what the timer is. .203, got it.
I'm sure about my partners.
Let's go for a final.
That was
It's just
that was the most unfortunate skull ever.
You got this.
I don't even know how the hell it should the school go. Well, GG Jason.
GG.
Who's gonna finish this like a true champ? Oh man.
That was an insane race.
Yeah, pretty close. That's very nice.
Ended up being, for me, a 103.39, which is 38 seconds for my PB.
Yeah, that is a very strong time.
Pretty good for the race.
Yeah, I kind of hate not killing the imps, but just I don't like killing them. Yeah, no, it just makes much easier to fight for sure. Because I don't know.
I started killing just the imps. Like I think I leave the purple guys, or maybe I kill like the first one and then I just go for the imps.
In the meantime, I'm going to go back into the file and just show off the
Yes, yeah.
Inventory.
200% on the file screen there. We got all the weapons unlocked, all the super arts, all the charms. Did not use anything but the P shooter. We got all the S grades and P grades. That's 80%.
Well, the race was close until now, but yeah, this is usually how
I
this
mean,
stuff goes.
coming
Like
down
when
the
you start
demo is
making a
basically,
mistake.
you can't really ask for a better race than that.
For sure.
Yeah, and this getting stuck like this could have happened on any boss. So having that close of a race for that long and like having you guys clutch out that much in a row is like really, really awesome.
Somehow, I personally feel like the devil fight is a little harder on the current patch.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hard to say. They definitely changed a bunch of like minor things that they didn't really mention, like some like boss phase HP was like changed in between versions. I don't remember exactly what specifically. So there definitely are like a lot of small changes between the versions that are used to play on Legacy.
Yeah, I feel like in Legacy the platforms are always like kind of center, very well aligned, and from 1.1 they're just weird, like really weird, and they go higher than in the Legacy. All right, round 3, fight! My God, man, just please. I don't know how many parries I have, but do not believe the tears. Okay, please believe the tears. 1, 2, there it is. Should be fine. 3, yeah. Let's go.
GG. All right.
107.18.
Still very good times.
Yeah.
Both of us getting sub 110s. Like I was worried we'd be in danger running over the estimate if things went haywire. The
Yeah,
RTA
actually,
on that ended up being like came in like 15 minutes under estimate or so.
Yeah. Y'all
Oh,
were
yeah,
still
well underestimate.
under.
Yeah, it's just this can go south like any point at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, overall, I think it was great. Finally, a race happened. Well, the champ is Jason. Maybe
For now,
will
for
be
this
a
round.
rematch
Maybe.
sometime
Yes.
in the future. Who knows?
Let's see.
No, but thank you, Sublime. Thank you so much for the commentary,
Thanks everyone for
for
joining.
giving the
Absolutely. That was amazing. That was super close. Thank you all for watching, by the way. I hope you all enjoyed the run and hanging out with us.
Thank you so much. Did y'all have any shoutouts or anything you'd like to plug before we let y'all go?
Well, just I guess shout out to Jason and TMR. They're both masters of the game. So if you're looking for the best players for Cuphead, you're looking for Cuphead speedrunning, definitely check out Jason and TMR. And
Yeah, don't forget Sublime.
And where can everybody find you?
I'm gonna wave in chat real quick. You can find me right here. And Jason and TMR are their Twitch channels are in the title of the stream right now, so you can find the links there.
Everybody, click on their channels and go give them a follow for real. That was such an amazing race. And can we see some love in the chat for Jason and TMR and that incredible Cuphead race?
Thanks so much, everyone. I just wanted to obviously give a shout out to Sublime for joining us in commentary and TMR for being an excellent competitor. And, of course, to the staff just running this event and Gabby yourself just for all coming together for a great cause here. Hope everything works out. And that's it. Just send it over to TMR for any shots he wants to do. But thanks everyone for joining us today and for being involved.
Yep, but pretty much the same. I wanna give a shout out to all the people who were very patient, at least with me. I was like dealing with a lot of IRL stuff. Was a little late with pretty much everything, even today. But yeah, thank you for putting such a great event, for making this rig happen. Thank you, Sublime, as well, for joining the commentary. You, Jason, for also having the time to do this race. It's pretty nice. I'm really happy you won. And just want to give a shout out to all the people who have been supporting me, and especially the person who gives me this game, that is, well, his name is This Is Not Aspen. Thanks to him, I got into this game and immediately made a click on me, because it's a great game, great controls, colorful, and yeah, that's it. And good luck to the rest of the runners, as usual.
And thank you so much for inviting us. I appreciate it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Once again, that's TheMexicanRunner and Jason2890 with Sublime doing some incredible commentary. Thanks again. What an incredible race that was, and it was so close right up to the end. That was amazing. We had a $50 donation coming from Ekdisis that says, "Hope the event has been going well and the best of luck with the upcoming move. It has been a fun event when I have been able to tune in." Thank you so much for that incredibly generous donation. Y'all, stick around because we have some amazing runs coming up, including a skate run that is a relay. So you do not want to miss that.